When Peter Schmeichel calls something a clear and obvious mistake, the soccer world stops and listens. He's not a guy who screams for attention or says wild things just to get clicks. He's one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time, and he spent his whole career reading the game like a hawk. So when he watched what happened to Egypt's second goal against Argentina in Atlanta on July 7th, he called FIFA out. He said VAR absolutely should have overturned it, and that ignoring it was a massive blunder. To prove his point, he laid the two big decisions from that game side by side. First, Egypt scores. VAR looks back several seconds, finds a tiny foul in the build-up, and disallows the goal. Later, Argentina scores a game winner. There's clear contact against Egyptian players in the box right before the goal, but VAR doesn't even take a look. Goal stands. It was a total double standard. In a massive round of 16 knockout game, one team got one set of rules, and the other team got another. Alan Shearer, a legend in English football, put perfectly in just 7 words. Either both are fouls or neither is. He was brutally honest on the broadcast, basically saying the refereeing was a joke. Ian Wright didn't hold back either. He asked a question FIFA doesn't want to answer. If you're going to use VAR to strip Egypt of a goal for a minor foul, how do you ignore it when Mohamed Salah gets brought down in the Argentina box? The system can't just work one way. Dale Johnson, a major soccer rules expert, wrote that this decision completely went against how the rest of the tournament has been called. You can't let players play all game, letting minor contact go, and then suddenly use VAR to take away a goal because someone barely pulled a jersey. It's a total contradiction. And then you have Jose Mourinho, who reportedly called the whole match daylight robbery. Think about that. One of the most successful managers in history, calling a World Cup knockout game a literal heist. Now, let's look at the technical side. Was there a foul by Egypt on Lisandro Martinez? Yes, a foot stepped on a foot. Technically, under VAR rules, if a foul helps lead to a goal, it could be called back. FIFA used this exact excuse after the game. But FIFA's defense completely falls apart when you look at the bigger picture. The strict rule they used to screw over Egypt was completely ignored when Argentina did the exact same thing. This wasn't just a minor refereeing slip-up. Egypt was leading 2-0 against the defending World Cup champions, and after these VAR interventions, Argentina walks away with a 3-2 win. You can't just point to the rule book and tell fans to move on. And honestly, this is becoming a huge pattern at this World Cup. Just a few days ago, FIFA randomly overturned American striker Folarin Balogun's red card right before the round of 16, so he could play against Belgium. Soccer legend Oliver Kahn mocked FIFA for it, and the Belgian coach called it completely unprecedented. Even Jurgen Klopp called the Balogun situation disgraceful, saying, "This is our sport, not theirs," slamming the suits running FIFA. That quote perfectly connects the Balogun drama to what just happened to Egypt in Atlanta. Teams, coaches, and fans are starting to feel like the rules are being made up on the fly to protect the biggest names and host countries. The Egyptian Football Association has already filed a massive official complaint, demanding an investigation into the entire referee crew and calling it a crime of discrimination. So far, silence from FIFA. This is why Peter Schmeichel speaking up is such a big deal. He is an Egyptian. He doesn't care who won. He's just an honest expert telling it like it is. And FIFA's silence is deafening. In sports, when the bosses refuse to answer a direct question about fairness, it usually means they either can't explain it or the truth would make them look even worse. Let's remember why VAR was created in the first place: to fix clear and obvious blunders. It wasn't meant to microanalyze every single piece of minor contact from 20 seconds before a goal. The VAR refs went out of their way to find a reason to take Egypt's goal away, but then closed their eyes when Argentina scored. And let's be real, this is the second time Argentina has benefited from a massive VAR blind spot. Back in the group stage against Austria, Alexis Mac Allister completely wiped out the Austrian captain from behind right before Lionel Messi scored his historic, record-breaking goal. No VAR review. Goal stood. That's 2 huge games with the 50-50 calls, and the VAR checks magically went Argentina's way. This leaves a huge stain on the rest of the tournament. Argentina is moving on to the quarterfinals, but every single whistle from here on out is going to be heavily scrutinized. If a call goes their way, fans are going to scream that the tournament is rigged. It doesn't mean Argentina is cheating, but FIFA's terrible refereeing has created a massive credibility problem. Even top international diplomats are tweeting about how FIFA has lost all trust. When political figures start calling out soccer refs, you know things have gone way past sports. If FIFA wants to save this World Cup before the final in New Jersey on July 19th, they need to start holding every team to the exact same standard. What do you guys think? Should FIFA have to come out and explain why Egypt got screwed? Can this World Cup recover its credibility? Let me know in the comments below. Drop a like, hit subscribe for our full quarterfinal coverage, and share this video with your friends so they know what's really going on behind the scenes.